Kaya Walker was the president of New York University's College Republicans. She had to resign following some backlash over some comments she made about Barron Trump. In a recent Vanity Fair interview, which talked about Barron Trump and his life in college, his life in general, Walker was quoted describing the 18-year-old son of President Donald Trump as sort of an oddity on campus, also noting that he goes to class, he goes home. That was basically it. That's all I got from that. And we actually covered the story maybe 3 times on her quotes in that and I don't think that many times she was actually described as a president. Just a student said he goes to class, he goes home. But the remarks were received as inappropriate and lots of criticism widespread for those remarks. The national leadership of the College of Republicans of America condemned Walker's comments and stated that they did not align with their values. And so the president of that organization, Will Donahue, extended an invitation to Barron Trump to join the organization, which he is not, praising Trump for being a future leader and a head of the conservative movement. Maybe he'll run for president one day, not known, but the CRA is working those issues right now and trying to show support for Barron Trump, expressing hope that he would contribute to the party's future. So in Walker's resignation, she actually expressed her regret for the controversy that shouldn't have been, saying her remarks were taken out of context. She explained that the description of Barron Trump as an oddity wasn't intended to highlight the media and campus community's fascination, was intended to highlight the media and campus community's fascination with his presence, rather than him personally. Not that he's an odd person, it's that him is just an anomaly, a person that's just a thing, a being that exists on campus that no one really understands. She lamented that the challenges of being a Republican at NYU are actually big, with the very conservative values that she upholds not being a big staunch thing for the liberal values of the campus. Now here's something that's also really interesting about the whole thing. In various other articles, various other things that happened, maybe even that article from Vanity Fair, other students talked about the fact that they actually were like, hey dude, you're tall, want to pick up basketball? And Barron seemed like he was down with it, like he wanted to play, but essentially Secret Service cut him off. Trump attends the Stern School of Business at NYU, maintains a low profile on campus. A lot of this is because his father is the president. A lot of it is because he's always been a private-ish person. I'll say sheltered just as a term to use. So he never really been big on the limelight, the glamour, things like that. Being the son of a president and a rich guy like Donald Trump allows you to have access to things and not have to deal with other things and be used to that. Maybe the oddity that he is just because he goes to class, he goes back home to Trump Tower, not to some dorm room or to some apartment, and doesn't live up the campus life, which is hard to do, one, when you're that much of a target, specifically as being the son of a president. Number two, when you're just that tall of a person, it's pretty much obvious who you are. So as we say here for the Conversation Project, we never root against Barron Trump. We have absolutely nothing bad to say about him. In fact, often we say Barron Trump, he's tall and he's dealing with stuff. Leave him be. He's done absolutely nothing but support his father and his mother, which is fine. Nothing to ingratiate himself as being a jerk, which is fine. Show his love for soccer, which is fine. And just be in the shadows. Let him be what he's going to be, and just let him go. Now, I think Walker's comments were taken out of context. We did post things on the story a few times, and we just saw it as, he goes to class, he goes home. That's what it happens. Leave him be. And that's the way it should have been taken. Unfortunately, it was not. Do you think the comments were classless or out of context? Your opinions definitely matter.